Wars, sandstorms, centuries of erosion, and earthquakes that leveled entire cities. The Great Pyramid of Giza has survived all of it, and it's still standing. For thousands of years, we've marveled at how the ancient Egyptians built this thing. But a new question has quietly taken center stage among scientists. How has it lasted? A new study thinks it finally has the answer. Section 1. The Monument. Built during Egypt's Old Kingdom as the tomb of Pharaoh Khufu, the Great Pyramid is one of the most studied structures on Earth and one of the least understood. At its peak, it rose 147 meters into the sky. It held that record, the tallest man-made structure in the world, for nearly 3,800 years. Today, after millennia of erosion and the removal of its outer limestone casing, it stands at about 138.5 meters. But structurally, it's almost entirely intact. Think about that for a second. This is a building that's been standing for longer than the Roman Empire has been gone. Section 2. The Study. Published in scientific reports, the research reveals something engineers didn't expect. The pyramid doesn't just survive earthquakes, it's remarkably good at dispersing them. Using seismic sensors, the team recorded ambient vibrations, the tiny constant tremors produced by nature and human activity, at 37 different points inside and around the pyramid. The result? The structure responds to vibrations with striking uniformity. Even with its enormous footprint and its labyrinth of internal corridors and chambers, the pyramid moves as one coherent unit. That's not normal. That's extraordinary engineering. Section 3. The Design. So what makes it work? A few things. First, the base. Each side stretches roughly 230 meters. The total footprint covers more than 5 hectares. That massive, low-profile base creates natural stability, the same principle behind why a wide stance is harder to knock over than a narrow one. Second, the shape itself. The pyramid's mass decreases as it rises, which reduces stress on the lower levels. And its near-perfect symmetry means that when shock waves hit, the forces are distributed evenly across the structure instead of concentrating in one vulnerable spot. Third, and this is where it gets genuinely fascinating, the internal chambers. The researchers found that the rooms located above the king's chamber act like shock absorbers. When seismic energy travels upward through the pyramid, these chambers dissipate it before it can do damage. As seismologist Mohammed El-Gabri put it, those internal spaces supported seismic energy dispersion very effectively and protected critical areas from excessive shaking. And beneath all of this, solid limestone bedrock, giving the entire structure a stable, reliable foundation. Section 4. Did they know? Here's the question everyone wants answered. Did the ancient Egyptians design all of this on purpose? The researchers are careful here. There's no evidence the builders had a modern concept of seismic engineering, but that's not really the point. What they clearly did have was an exceptional practical understanding of load distribution, foundations, and structural stability. As seismologist Assem Salama put it, the ancient Egyptian builders clearly had remarkable knowledge of mass distribution, foundation behavior, and load transfer. Where did that knowledge come from? Trial and error. Before Khufu's pyramid, Egypt built others, and some failed, collapsed or degraded within generations. Each failure was a lesson. By the time construction on Giza began, the builders had effectively stress-tested their craft across generations. The Great Pyramid was the culmination of that learning. The new study also notes something researchers often see in large structures. Vibrations tend to amplify higher up. The pyramid is no different, but the upper chambers actively counter that effect, which means those rooms aren't just architectural or ceremonial features, they're structural ones, functional ones, built-in protection for the millennia ahead. The proof. Egypt has been shaken repeatedly. Two of the most destructive earthquakes in the region hit in 1847 and 1992. The 1992 quake alone damaged thousands of buildings and killed more than 560 people. The Great Pyramid? Barely a scratch. That's not luck, that's design, whether intentional or not. For El Gabri, the most astonishing part isn't even the engineering, it's the logistics. Tens of thousands of skilled workers quarrying stone, moving materials, maintaining supply chains, coordinating construction, all to complete a building of this scale in roughly 20 years. It reminds us, he said, of what humanity can achieve when vision, science, organization, and determination come together. Seismologist Salama put it more simply: they truly built something to last. 4,600 years later, the pyramid hasn't proven him wrong yet.